And then of course there's societal cleansing. Societal cleansing means Allah saved us from the burdens of culture. Allah saved us because cultures create standards that are very difficult. Like for example, in many cultures, you cannot get married until you have this much degree, this much money, you've done this, and then maybe we'll think about getting you married. And then once you are ready to get married, the mahar has to be this amount and this amount and this amount. And then if you are going to get married, we have to have this kind of a hall and this kind of catering and these kinds of gifts. And there's like the bill keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher. And what Allah did in Islam is He made the path to halal easy and the path to haram difficult. And what many cultures do is they make the path to halal extremely what? Difficult. And when you make the path to halal difficult, automatically what becomes a lot easier? The haram becomes way easier. It's so much easier. So even at a societal level, what our religion did is actually prevent evil by making the thing that Allah is happy with, He makes that easier. But cultures make it difficult. And what's ironic to me is Muslim cultures make halal more difficult than even non-Muslim cultures. Muslim cultures make halal more difficult. And then we complain that the youth are going towards haram. And we don't even address the root causes of it. And all of these purifications are actually connected to each other. Let me just give you a quick example, because this is something you should really contemplate. Financial cleansing. If you get rid of financial corruption in a society, you know what that means? People can earn an honest living. Yes or no? He says don't pay politicians to get your way. Didn't He say that? Now what happens in many Muslim societies, for example, you will get a job if your uncle is connected, if your dad's connected, if your friend's dad's cousins, brothers, whatever's connected, isn't it? And even if you didn't do well on the exam, you can pay a little bit to the principal of the school or the head or whoever, and you can get the degree, you can buy the degree, or you can pay for your score. Happens or no? When people who didn't earn their degree get their degree and get their license, what happens to the people who actually worked hard to get their degree? Now they can't get a job. Now their education means nothing, because now the people who didn't deserve are being moved out. Now the people who could have earned are no longer in a position to earn. And now they're no longer in a position to earn, which means they're no longer in a position to get married. And then the people who are doing haram and money things usually don't just do haram and money things, they do haram in everything. So they're living the life, they look like they're in Jannah, so they're making haram look really good, because the more haram you do, the more you get in life. And everybody else is looking at them and saying, Ya layta lana mithla ma utiya Qarun. I wish I had what Qarun has. I wish I had a big wedding like that. I wish I had a hall like that. I wish I had family like that. I had money like that. I had clothes like that. I had a car like that. Then you say, well, the only way you can get that is you gotta start playing the game like they know how to play the game. You gotta lie a little bit on your resume. You gotta make some connections. You gotta get dirty. You wanna win this game? You wanna win in politics? Life is dirty. What is the opposite of dirty? Pure. وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ. This is a very comprehensive statement, and which is why I wanted to talk to you at the bottom. Tazkiyah starts with something internal. Introductory tazkiyah is my thoughts are becoming cleaner, my opinions are becoming cleaner, my worldview is becoming cleaner. It's being detoxed from cultural imprints, from previous religious imprints. Those are now getting away, and I'm becoming cleansed in my thoughts by revelation. But there's deep tazkiyah. Let me give you the analogy. If you have an impurity on your skin, something like dirt, is that easy to wash or no? Yeah, that's easy to wash. But if you have an infection inside, is that easy to get rid of? No. The deeper an impurity is, the more painful it is to extract it. When a society has deep filth, when a family has deep filth, and then you start to cleanse yourself, then you have to go through painful surgery, which means the people that try to purify themselves, this is a very painful process. An easy example of that, just because I don't want to speak only abstract, I'm reminded of a young man I met him at a masjid after Maghrib. He was just kind of sitting there in the back waiting, and I just decided to just have a chat with him. And he said, I have never seen the inside of a masjid before in my life. I was like, did you recently accept Islam? He goes, no, I was born in a Muslim family. Well, we don't pray. I was like, why don't you pray? I was like, well, our family's not religious, and even though we're Muslim by name, we actually really hate Islam in my family, and we own a bunch of bars in New York. You know, we have 20 bars. Our family owns 20 bars in New York. Very successful bar business. All Muslims, by the way. And we drink alcohol more than we drink water. That's just in our family. That's what we do. I've done that my whole life. And something just came in my head that I shouldn't drink anymore. I don't like myself when I drink. And when he stopped drinking, he became curious about the Quran, and he started reading a little bit, then watched some YouTube videos and found out I was at this masjid. He just sat there. But he's like, ever since I stopped, I don't even pray yet, but I just stopped drinking and my whole family cut me off. And they're threatening me, they're threatening to sue me. I can't even go back to my home. They changed the lock on the door. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. What's he doing? He took one step towards cleansing himself.